Hey, what's going on, functional bodybuilders? If you are doing persist training and you see banded bench press come up in the training, how do you get into a banded bench press? How do you set it up quickly, easily, so it's not too much of a hassle? Well, there's two ways. Probably the most effective way and the safest way is as follows. You need to get yourself a heavy kettlebell, probably something 70 pounds or more, or it could be a dumbbell, and you place that on either side of the bench. Now, from there, you're gonna take a thin band, you're gonna loop it through, and then you're going to place it on the barbell just like that. It can go on the inside of the weight or on the outside of the weight, it doesn't matter. But you do that evenly on both sides, and there you have, one of your banded setups. The next setup that I like is a little bit more precarious. It might be a little harder to actually maneuver when you're doing your bench press, but it works just the same. Now, you drape the band right over the bench, and you tuck the band underneath the middle of the bench. If you have a bench that doesn't have like an easy place to loop it around, you have to go around the legs, you might have to lift the bench up and get it under there, but this is another great way to get the band set up for benching. And then when you actually lift, you might want to widen up. You might want to widen this up. You might want to do a few repetitions with it with no weight, because you're going to have to find, okay, where's the right position for my shoulders relative to this? So maybe you need to move this back up, and that way it's right on the top of your shoulders and you're not banging your arms into the band. But I assure you, if you play around with it with light weight, you can figure out a nice setup where all you have to do is loop a single band underneath the bench. I hope those two tips give you a little bit of a starting point to figure out what the best way to set up for a banded bench. I do love the band resistance on top of bench pressing. I find it to be so much safer for me when I want to lift heavy, because as I get the bar down to my chest, it feels lighter, there's less band resistance, and as I get the bar closer to lockout where I'm strongest and my shoulder is not in a compromised position, it's heavy. And that combination allows me to push some intensity in the bench without worrying about my shoulders getting all wonky. I hope that helps you. If you have comments or questions, drop them down below. I'm happy to answer them, and I'll see you next time.